Perfect. Yeah, welcome everyone. I would like to go straight forward to the point at this webinar. I don't want to bother you with too much information, or I don't want to bother you with, I would like to go straight forward to the point. Remember, this is the session 1 of 2 sessions that we are going to deliver, both in collaboration with Tencent Cloud. All right. The first session, which is today's session, is going to be more focused on why you should get certified in Tencent Cloud. What are the reasons behind that? And then the second webinar is going to be very focused on each of the certifications that are available. So we are going to see in the next webinar, I think it's in 2 weeks on May 10th. We are going to deep dive into each of the certifications. And today we are going to give like the rough or the most important reasons why you should get certified. And at the end of the webinar, I'm going to give for free 25 vouchers, right? Yeah, well, let's get started. First of all, most of you, or at least I read, and I know most of you that are in the call. In any case, for all of those who don't need me, my name is Pablo Puig. I essentially founded RopuCloud 3 years already ago. And well, essentially, well, I'm a cloud architect and a cloud trainer, and I am multi-cloud certified. Obviously, I'm certified by Tencent Cloud. Otherwise, this wouldn't make any sense, right? I passed the Cloud Practitioner, the Solutions Architect Associate, the SysOps Associate, and lastly, the Solutions Architect Professional, which was released last month. In addition to that, also, I'm an official Tencent Cloud instructor, which means that I'm delivering Tencent Cloud trainings to enterprises, to different customers. We had one 2 weeks ago, for example, where we delivered a training for multiple companies, all of them Tencent Cloud partners, from essentially they were based all around the world. By the way, if you have any kind of questions, feel free to ask me. We will have at the end of the session a few minutes so that we can use as a Q&A. Well, but yeah, feel free to interrupt me if you like, if you think, if you consider it's required. Maybe there is some of you who are thinking, why is RopuCloud delivering this Tencent Cloud webinar, right? Well, let me give you an overview about RopuCloud, and then we will move forward to Tencent Cloud directly. But first of all, I see that there is a question in the chat. There is asking about, I am multi-cloud certified, kindly share more information about myself. Well, yeah, I already mentioned that I passed multiple certifications for different cloud providers. However, I would like to focus today on Tencent Cloud, right? That's why I shared what are the certifications that I have passed, for Tencent Cloud. Okay, there is a very cool question that I would like to answer from Sarah, and I would like to answer this question during the next slides. But the question itself is asking what is Tencent Cloud distinguishes between or from other Chinese cloud providers. Thanks, Kai. Thanks, Kai. Yeah, I'm doing kind of everything, but this is what makes me feel as well alive. You know, if for me, like it's a passion for me delivering trainings. That's why I continue being an instructor, while I need to do all my duties for being the CEO and founder of RopuCloud, obviously. But this keeps me in the market, you know, and motivates me to continue learning every day. It's important, no matter which is your role, if you're in the cloud industry, You all know how fast it develops, so you cannot stop learning. So being an instructor, essentially makes me feel like I need to continue learning so I can teach that again and again. And that's why I consider it so important that I am still in the market and I continue delivering trainings to multiple companies and enterprises. Well, as I was talking before, we are delivering this. We are delivering these sessions, these webinar sessions, in collaboration with Tencent Cloud. Why? Well, essentially, we are the first Tencent Cloud authorized training partner worldwide. Essentially, there are many of them, but we were the first one. Why? Because we saw the potential on Tencent Cloud. And we found that it's so important to become a partner of Tencent Cloud and be able to deliver those trainings in collaboration with them. Okay. Then the second part of this is that we are the worldwide leader delivering Tencent Cloud training services for different companies across industries. It's not because I am saying it, it's because of the numbers, right? If you check the numbers, then you will see that we have the most, let's say, trainers or skilled persons that are able to deliver these kind of trainings. We are delivering it in multiple formats, as you can see, like instructor-led, virtual, in classroom. We have also customized some trainings based on the needs that the different enterprises have. For example, I see it in the chat that you are asking about containerized services or Kubernetes services on Tencent Cloud. Well, this is something that we could deliver as we have hands-on experience with that, so that we are able to deliver customized trainings based on your needs. So let's focus. We have a goal and an objective for this webinar. I would like that you go home or that you close your laptop having a few points very clear, right? I don't want to throw too much information, just a few points that are very clear for you so that you can go home with some ideas, right? I don't want to provide you too much information about Tencent Cloud in general. I will come back to the questions to the chat later on, because otherwise I'm going to mix so many different topics. In any case, I'm reading your comments and we will go through all the questions and answer all of them. Okay. Let's start with a short introduction. First of all, about Tencent, right? Tencent is, well, many of you are probably have already heard about Tencent. Well, because it's a tech giant, founded almost 25 years ago, and is one of the top 10 most valuable companies in the world. The numbers are incredible, right? Like $542 billion of market cap, which is crazy. They have globally 112,000 employees, not only in China, but also around the world. I'm working very close with the European team, with the Southeast Asia team. So they have, lots of employees globally spread across the globe. Also, very interesting numbers are the users that Tencent has with their ecosystem on a monthly basis, right? Which is a 1.2 billion, including, well, WeChat, Tencent Cloud, and so on and so forth. Essentially, Tencent is very very deep in the Chinese culture, in the Chinese usage, because it touches 95% of users in China, right? WeChat is like WhatsApp around the world, or even I personally I use both of them, right? But there are many persons that are also using Tencent services outside of China. And why is Tencent so big? Is because they are touching multiple industries, not only cloud, all right, but also gaming. They are very famous in the gaming domain, but they are also touching other parts, other industries like e-commerce, healthcare, transportation, and so on. Focusing a little bit more on Tencent Cloud itself, okay, that was like a brief introduction to Tencent, and Tencent Cloud is just a part of the whole group, right? Tencent Cloud has regions and availability zones or data centers across the globe, all right? You can see 26 regions. I'm working most of the time with the Frankfurt region. However, I have already also used the region of the US, of Singapore, but you can find 26 regions around the world, which is very important, with 69 availability zones or data centers, so that you can create highly available applications, right? Yeah, well, there are multiple strategies that Tencent Cloud is offering. Some of the key factors that you could consider when using Tencent Cloud is, for example, because it's offering a low TCO and customer risk. The prices are very friendly, to be honest, and the support is very good in the sense of they are offering 24/7 live support and hands-on assistance. And anytime that I have used the ticketing system of Tencent Cloud, I have received a very good feedback. So we can say that there are many reasons to become a professional cloud certified, right? Most of you probably are already certified by AWS or by Microsoft Azure or even GCP, right? Google Cloud Platform. And you have your reasons for doing that, right? I would like to highlight a few of them that I consider that they are very important, right? Because if you look back 10 years ago, there were a few companies that were offering IT certifications or something similar, right? But nowadays, like almost every company is offering their own certification program, right? And I think it's important to understand why they are all offering this. It's not only because it's a business, right? But it's also because it proves some knowledge and some experience or expertise using that particular platform, right? With Tencent Cloud, it's the same, right? If you become certified in Tencent Cloud, this will essentially, you will become, most of you probably, multi-cloud certified, but also it will also support your feelings and gaps that you may have. Or as you also know, not all cloud providers are covering all industries or are offering all services and solutions, right? Well, as I already mentioned, Tencent Cloud is very focused on a few industries like gaming, like cloud computing, like e-commerce, right? Those are some of the industries that they are offering multiple solutions and services that you may find interested, and you want to learn that and become certified by doing so. So not only just learning, but also getting a compensation for that learning, for that effort that you have used, right? Well, yeah, I don't know whether this is 100% relevant or not, but becoming certified can also, or having cloud certifications can also support on getting a higher salary or even getting a better job, right? Let me highlight what, from my point of view, are the most important ones. Well, first of all, you will increase your knowledge and your skills, right? If you prepare yourself for becoming a Tencent Cloud certified or other cloud provider certification, right? You will have to learn, you have to prepare yourself. You will have to get your hands on dirty while testing some services in the console or using the CLI. It will also bring you knowledge, but also it will recognize you with a professional certification, right? Which means that you have a goal and you have put a lot of efforts and you get a recognition for that in the form of a certification. It will also provide you with new opportunities in the sense of if you become certified and you learn how to use Tencent Cloud, it can open you doors and provide you new opportunities in the sense of getting a new job or getting a new project as a freelancer, or essentially adding a lot of value to your organization, to your company, because you will be able to provide better solutions, architect better applications or microservices, and essentially have more knowledge, which is at the end of the day, the important thing of the certifications from my point of view. All right. The good thing also is the communities around the certifications, right? That you learn new people that are following the same goals, following the same objectives as you, so that, you are doing some networking there. Also in the events like this one, you can know new persons, and this is going to essentially, expand your professional network. But also remember about the adding value to your organization, which from my point of view is also very important, right? You are bringing new skills, new knowledge to the to the company, and also your job. You will be able to do your job easier because you have already the knowledge and the skills. Maybe your enterprise, your company is not planning to use Tencent Cloud. In that case, you are not going to bring that value immediately to the company or at that moment. But what happens is in the future, maybe they can evaluate whether they want to adopt and go on a multi-cloud strategy. For example, if they know that you have that skills and that knowledge, you know what I mean? That will make you like have a key role within your company, or maybe your company is already using Tencent Cloud. So if you have better knowledge, you are going to be able to do your job in a better way. In any case, for now, there are currently 4 Tencent Cloud certifications available, which are the Tencent Cloud Practitioner, the SysOps Associate, the Solutions Architect Associate, and the Solutions Architect Professional. This doesn't mean that these are all the certifications that there will be there. They are essentially, well, I'm in touch with the team of Tencent Cloud on a weekly basis. I cannot share their roadmap. However, I can already tell you that they are developing new certifications. For example, the next one which is going to be released is probably the Developer Associate certification, essentially highlighting and covering the complete developing services that Tencent Cloud offers. All right. And actually, the Tencent Cloud Solutions Architect Professional was released last month, so it's quite fresh. I already took it. It's very interesting. It's very, it's challenging. I will not compare it with, I don't know, an expert level certification, but it's a good one. So you need to prepare for that. It's not like you can go there and pass it. You know what I mean? So yeah, Speaking a little bit more concretely about each of the certifications that are available, I am not going to deep dive too much because this is going to be covered in the next webinar in 2 weeks, on the May 10th. But essentially, the Tencent Cloud Practitioner offers cloud's foundational knowledge. You can compare it with the, I don't know, the AWS Practitioner or with the Microsoft Azure 900, the fundamentals, which are covering all the core services, features, terms, and definitions that you need to know in order to understand all Tencent Cloud fundamentals. All right. Well, things that are covered are what are the advantages, the core services, features, what is the global infrastructure of Tencent Cloud, what are the use cases, the billing, the pricing, and so on and so forth. All right, this is on a foundational level. If you go one level up, which is the associate level, we have, for example, the CSOPs. All right, this will cover essentially the operations and the maintenance services for monitoring, for logging, for troubleshooting, and so on and so forth. Right, how to deploy a product, how to monitor it, what about the logins, systems operations, and so on. Then there is the Solutions Architect Associate, right? Here is more about cloud architecture and design, essentially how to design a simple application on Tencent Cloud that is highly available, scalable, secure, and you are optimizing the costs, all right? Because I always say the same, but the cloud can be very cheap if you know how to use it, and can be very expensive if you have no idea how to use the cloud, right? So it's very important to optimize the costs so that it's worth the migration to the cloud. And lastly, there is the Solutions Architect Professional. This is a more advanced course than the associate one. This is on a professional level in that sense. It provides complex business systems, complex use cases. It covers the cloud native applications, microservices, DevOps, containers, AI, machine learning, and so on. All right. So this is more advanced, covering more than just the core services and how to deploy, or design highly available and secure. This is going one level upper. This is covering more complex situations. So this was all what I wanted to cover with the slides. I would like now to do a little bit more Q&A because I see that there are lots of questions in the chat. Okay. Let's start with Danny Gomez is asking, how can we find the training materials? Okay, let me share with you. Let me share with you a few links that you can find all the Tencent Cloud courses that there are available right now. There you go. You can find there the training materials for the free courses, free online courses. Alternatively, if you or your company are planning or you want to that your complete team or your complete organization adopts Tencent Cloud, maybe you will prefer to go with a corporate training. In that case, it is better to get in touch with me and I can provide you our fees in order to, adopt Tencent Cloud in a faster way, offering instructor-led trainings or customized trainings or whatever you require. Does Tencent Cloud have any tiers for us to use for practice? Of course. Tencent Cloud has free tier offerings let me find for you the link. There you go. That's the link for the free tier campaign. Essentially, you can use and start, essentially using some Tencent Cloud services for free. Oh, I see that Wu Ming is in the call. Thanks for supporting me. So next question. Next question from Sergio Garcia. There you go. So Sergio is asking that it's clear that Tencent Cloud has regions in Asia, and it helps a lot in terms of availability and also latency. It sounds similar to a Huawei Cloud or even Alibaba Cloud. Why do you think a customer should choose Tencent instead of Alibaba Cloud? Well, here there are multiple things that you should consider, right? And mostly, as I was saying, about the focus. Let's say that Alibaba Cloud is more focused on retail, while Tencent is more focused on gaming, on e-commerce, on AI. So I will say that depends on the focus of your company, depending on the requirements that you have, it will make more sense to go with one provider over the other. I think it's something similar like AWS and Microsoft Azure, right? In any case, I'm leaving you here a link to the global infrastructure provided by Tencent Cloud, so that you can check that it's true that most of the regions and data centers are based in Asia. However, you can also find in Europe, for example, in Frankfurt, in Amsterdam, in London, as well as there are 4 regions in the US, in Virginia, in Toronto, well, in Canada, in Silicon Valley, and in Dallas, right? And they are also expanding right now to, as you will find in the link that I have provided, to South America. They have opened the first one in Sao Paulo in Brazil, but I know that they are working on new ones. So I'm coming back to the last slide because Lokesh is asking about that. Well, essentially, this is a summary of what is covered by the Tencent Cloud Solutions Architect Professional Certification Exam, which is complex use cases, cloud-native applications, microservices, DevOps, containers, artificial intelligence. If you compare that with the associate one, which is how to design an architecture for highly available, secure, and low latency microservices, well, you can see that there are lots of differences, that one is covering more simple use cases and the professional is covering more complex use cases. You are welcome, Lokesh. Okay, I see that Wong Ming is answering your questions. That's great. Okay, Tamaine is asking, what is the difference between the Tencent Cloud certifications and the CompTIA Cloud Plus or the Microsoft Azure Fundamentals exams? Well, as I already told you, like, I would rather say that the Tencent Cloud Practitioner is covering similar topics as the Cloud Plus and the Microsoft Azure Fundamentals, because essentially they are covering some terms, some concepts that are equal to all the cloud providers. However, there are also other topics that are more particular to each cloud provider. All right. Let's say, for example, the Microsoft Azure Fundamentals, the AZ 900 is covering more specific topics about Azure, while the Tencent Cloud practitioner is covering specific topics like the core services, like CVM, which is a virtual machine on Tencent Cloud, or CAM, which is the identity and access management service of Tencent Cloud. You know, so there. Most of the content is very similar to Cloud Plus, Microsoft Azure Fundamentals, AWS Fundamentals. However, there is also some part which is specific for Tencent Cloud. Okay. Abhijit is asking about containerized services in Tencent Cloud, especially for Kubernetes. All right. So this is a more complex topic that I cannot cover completely here in this introduction to the Tencent Cloud program, right? Training program. However, I can send you a few links where you can find essentially the services that that Tencent Cloud offers for Kubernetes, which is essentially the EKS, which is the Elastic Kubernetes Service. Okay, with EKS you can it supports Kubernetes natively, however it's a PaaS service, so they are offering you as a platform as a service, so that you don't need to worry about everything. Is there any Slack or Discord channel for study groups? Okay, that's a good topic. I don't know whether that exists. However, what I can do is I can create right now a Telegram group where we can create a study group if you prefer. Let me create it. All right. Do we have to do anything if we want to host any services in China region? Well, actually, yes. Actually, you have to do one thing, which is essentially having an ICP license or an ICP filing, depending on what you require. However, this is a license that you require in order to make your service publicly available. It's a requirement by the government, by the Chinese security law, and essentially, you require that. So I have created on Telegram a group which is called Tencent Cloud Certification Study Group that you can join, and we can share there more information. Yes, Tamaine, Tencent Cloud can be used in other regions, like the US, Europe, and many others. All right. I shared with you in a link previously, which is the global infrastructure, which is all the data centers, all the regions where Tencent Cloud is available in the US, in South America, in Europe, and in the Southeast Asia region, like in India, in Singapore, in Indonesia. You can even also use it in APAC, like in Australia. Okay. All right. If no one has more questions, then I will say that we will finish here our this webinar. Remember that in 2 weeks there is another webinar. I will send you the voucher to all of the attendees here, and we can continue also our discussion on the Telegram group in order to prepare for the certifications, right? Thank you very much, everyone, for attending this session. If you have more questions, feel free to contact me at any time. And yeah, have a nice day, and see you around. Bye-bye, everyone.